Okay, men, if you think it's been a hot summer so far, just think how it feels to be one of the millions of menopausal women who suffer hot flashes all year round. Our first guest this morning is a regular contributor here on the show. We welcome Dr. Will Clower of Mediterranean Wellness. He's here today to talk about help for menopause symptoms and the women who suffer with them. Dr. Clower, good to see you. Will?
Good to see you again.
Good morning.
Yeah, you guys have met. And you were talking earlier about menopause and your symptoms, and especially Verna, Debbie's late mother, symptoms, which were pretty severe, right?
Well, she did go on hormone replacement therapy and consequently had some heart problems after that. So maybe we can talk about that, Dr. Clower.
Right.
And to start out, just explain to the audience what are hot flashes, which is probably one of the most miserable symptoms
it's
of
awful,
menopause.
and it's an associate of going through menopause. And as women age, their system starts shutting down the production of estrogen, and for some reason that causes a dysregulation in your body's thermoregulatory system. In other words, your body thinks you need to shed heat, and so all of the little blood vessels and right at your face and your neck and your chest and your arms, they open up to release heat. And so for some women, they're a little warm. For some women, they're hot, and for others, they are on fire. And it can last from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And it happens especially at night, because oftentimes your own estrogen levels dip anyway. So you can have women who have chronic sleep deprivation, which causes all sorts of other problems down the road. And so it can be absolutely debilitating for many women.
And I remember, I'm not giving away any family secrets here, but I can remember, you know, Deb has always been 3 covers, and I've been the sheet. You know, I mean, I don't need much over me at night. She needs to be, you know, covered up. And when you were going through those hot flashes, I can remember the covers just like flying off and, you know, heading down to the end of the bed and thinking, oh yeah, there's another one. And you would just start to feel like you were exploding, right?
Right. You just need to get cool somehow. But
yeah.
And
so what did you do? You didn't do the hormone therapy?
I did not. I did not. In my mind, what I experienced was not pleasant, but it was not bad enough to warrant me to seek out medical attention. But so that's a question, Dr. Clower. Why do some women have more severe hot flashes than others?
It's not at all clear. About 75% of women who go through menopause have hot flashes, and the duration and the extent are they're all over the map. So it's not well understood at all. But what is known is that there's a correlation with some lifestyle factors that can really help. You guys are going to be talking about yoga. Yoga and stress reduction is one of the correlates that help reduce the severity.
That's one of the things Debbie does.
Exactly. Yep. The other big thing
diet?
Is actually weight loss.
You did that too.
You know, at first, researchers thought it was exercise. If you're an exerciser, if you exercise, then your severity of hot flashes decrease. But a study just out of Australia, what they found was it's not the exercise, it's only exercise when it's coupled with weight loss. So women with higher BMIs have worse hot flashes.
Now that BMI is body mass index?
Yeah, an index of how overweight you are. Women with lower BMI, body mass index, have much less hot flashes, and the ones that they do have are less severe. And so approaching it that way gives you a lifestyle approach that you can use, so you don't have to turn to hormone replacement therapy unless it's warranted. Now, I have to say, I talked to a friend of mine, Dr. Judy Bach over at McGee Women's Hospital. She's awesome. And I was saying, what about hormone replacement therapy? And she said, you know what? There are cases where it's warranted, but it's not a blanket prescription anymore. You've got to go person by person by person to make sure for you the risks outweigh the benefits.
And there are risks. What are some of the risks of hormone replacement therapy?
There's heart disease, there's stroke, there's breast cancer. As a matter of fact, like I was telling you, there was this huge study, the Women's Health Initiative, that had to be stopped in the middle because the people who were on this versus the placebos, The people who were on this therapy
were having complications.
Oh, absolutely. And so it was unethical to continue.
Wow.
It's not good for everyone, but there's a subset that it is good for, so you've got to have this conversation with your doctor.
Yeah. Now, what are some alternative methods? I mean, we talked about, or therapies. We talked a little bit about losing weight, lifestyle things you can do, but is there anything else out there other than the...
There are so many herbs and supplements that are on the shelf, but none of them have gone through the FDA. None of them have survived clinical testing where you place them against placebo to see if they actually work. It's absolutely equivocal. So when you see those magic pills, you know, that are going to solve all the problems of whatever, in this case hot flashes,
they haven't been tested.
Not at all.
Very quickly, ethnicity, do hot flashes and does menopause in general affect one ethnic group over another?
Absolutely. Afro-American women tend to have it more than women of European descent, and they have it more than women of Asian descent.
Really?
And the women of Asian descent happen to have lower body mass index. They tend to be smaller anyway, which is another correlate. And that's the reason why we're working with McGee Hospital to provide a program that helps menopausal women to have a sane, healthy weight loss to help them control these symptoms of hot flash, the hot flash symptoms, in a way that makes sense and is sustainable in the long term.
And isn't dangerous to their health.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Thank you, Dr. Will Clower of Mediterranean Wellness. Will's going to be back with us, of course, next month. We're going to be talking about cancer-fighting foods when he comes back. And by the way, you can learn more about the program at a new series being offered by Dr. Will and McGee Women's Hospital. It's starting in September. The 8-week program costs $200 and covers how to have more energy in your day, lower cholesterol, lose weight, and learn to love food again, all at the same time. Call McGee to register or check out the website. You'll find the link at kdka.com/PTL.